Hi there, Steve Kaufman here, and today I have a guest that I'm really happy to meet up with again. It's Rupa Sensei from Japan. But before we get into that, remember, if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. If you follow me on a podcast service, please leave a review. Rupa, the last time we met was in Osaka, Japan,
That's right.
2 years ago, I think.
Oh, time flies.
Time flies. We were on, my son Mark and I were on our way to Fukuoka for the Polyglot Conference, the first time that the
I remember.
International Polyglot Conference was held in Asia, in Japan, as it turns out. And what struck me with you, and I think why I'm so happy to have you on my channel is, first of all, Japan, of course, is a major country when it comes to English learning. I think Japan,
Exactly.
I mean, there are more people in Japan who take TOEIC than the rest of the world combined or something like that.
Wow.
Tremendous country of TOEIC takers. And
Yeah.
and when I go to bookstores in Japan, of course, there are books for learning other languages like Korean and Chinese and Spanish and so forth. But overwhelmingly, it's English. And I think you're very much
Definitely.
involved with helping Japanese people learn English. So could you begin, first of all, by making a brief sort of introduction of what you do and your activity there in Japan and your presence online?
Perfect. Okay. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Rupa Sensei, as I'm called on YouTube, and I teach English to Japanese people. As Mark said, I used to be a teacher in Japan back about 5 years ago. And I just kind of realized, like, just one classroom, it's not enough for me. I want to make videos online and teach the whole country or, even the whole world one day. So that's why I started making videos on YouTube, and I really like it. I think I found my passion in teaching, and not only teaching the language in its elements, but also about motivation and also, keeping up the enthusiasm to continue to learn.
Well, that's why I wanted to have you on my channel. I had a discussion
Perfect.
not too long ago with I think his name was Alberto, an Italian guy who teaches online, and he also was very
Okay.
enthusiastic. And I just think enthusiasm is such an important quality. And so often the language
Definitely.
learner seems to be so serious, and he's seriously studying, lists of words, or he's studying the grammar book, or he's doing exercises, and that's not the solution, really. I mean, the Japanese put a lot of effort into those kinds of activities. And I think what you provide is sort of this energy that allows them to break out of that mold and actually make progress.
Right.
What has been the reaction to your style, sort of call it somewhat unorthodox style of English teaching, insofar as the Japanese learners are concerned?
Well, so far it's been pretty good. I've been doing YouTube and stuff for about 4 years, and
Okay.
it's been going really well. Yeah, I think definitely at the start, the kind of reason was because I was teaching in Japan, and I did kind of see that what you said, the very serious side of language learning, where people are so focused on tests and studying long lists of vocabulary, and I just kind of asked some of my students and really wondered to myself, are these people having fun? Are they actually doing the language learning because they enjoy it, or just because their teacher's telling them to? Just because if they don't do it, they won't get into the good university. And I think that's a shame if it is the latter, if they are just studying it without having fun. So I guess my goal or my mission that I've been on is just create things that are much more fun. And it all started back when I was a teacher, and I would just put on, like, show little scenes of Back to the Future or something in class to fill a half an hour or 15 minutes. And during those periods, during those classes, the students just, their faces would brighten up, their eyes would lighten up, and I could tell that they were just having a lot more fun than with their, TOEIC preparation or their Nyugakushiken preparation, entrance exam kind of preparation. And that's kind of why I started to go down that road or that path of just making more fun things. And it's definitely been received pretty well over there.
You know, it's interesting. Not all learning activities are equally valuable. And we can
Right.
be doing things that we think are learning activities, and we may not be achieving very much. And the magic ingredient that makes any learning activity that sort of, you know, multiplies the effectiveness is that element of enjoyment, enthusiasm, liking it, interest, all of these things. And it's very difficult for a teacher to inject that. I typically, you know, a classroom
think
teacher
so,
with
yeah.
30 kids in the classroom, half of them
Yeah.
are looking out the window. It's so
Sleepy,
difficult.
yeah, hungry, yeah.
Yeah. So, but your people are the people you who interact with you, who ask you questions, who come back at you. They presumably are infected by your enthusiasm. And what sorts of questions do they ask typically? What sorts of comments? What sort of feedback do you get from your learners?
Well, I think the number one thing or the number one goal that I have, especially with the YouTube videos and everything that I make, I want to be kind of a gateway into a long-term path. So
Right.
they might have a little bit of interest. They might have learned a little bit of English at school, but they've kind of forgotten it already. And they kind of want to start again from scratch. But they just don't know where to start, or they just haven't found a fun material yet. And then they search it on YouTube or on Google, who are like the biggest, you know, searching platforms. And then they might come across my videos, and I just want to be a good first impression to the language.
Right.
Obviously, I can only make, you know, 1 or 2 videos a week, so I'm not all that they should be doing. But I just want to be a good step in the right direction, where it's like, oh, okay, well, learning a language can actually be fun.
Your videos then typically what do they consist of? Maybe tell my viewers. Yeah.
Back in Japan, I used to do a lot of interviews, whether it's on the street or, you know, kind of organized interviews with someone, and talk about different cultures, culture shocks that they have being in a new country. I used to do random English tests where we would have hidden cameras and we would just go around talking to people in English in Japan, ask them for directions. These days, you know, especially due to the lockdown that we had and everything, where I couldn't really do those kind of videos, I focused more on learning with movie snippets, where I might take a little
It's really
movie
good.
clip,
Yeah.
yeah, show about 15 seconds or 20 seconds, and then explain it together with the audience.
Oh, that's really good. So for a while you were interviewing people on the street, foreigners or Japanese people in English. But now
Yeah.
you're working more with movie snippets. That's an awfully good idea. And then explaining some aspects of the language or the culture that's kind of embodied in those movie snippets. And what's
Exactly.
yeah. And what's been the reaction to those from your audience?
Going pretty good. It's going pretty
Uh-huh.
good. Definitely. That's the good thing about YouTube is you kind of know if something's working or
Yes.
not working. It kind of tells you.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. And so yeah, the interesting thing about YouTube is you have no idea which video is gonna do well. You think
Oh,
you have
it's-
some
it's a
idea.
mystery.
It's a mystery. It's to me it's still a mystery. Some videos do very well. Some
Oh.
videos don't do very well at all. And sometimes the
And-
videos that I thought were really good don't do well. And conversely, the ones that I didn't think were very good, they do well. So
Sometimes you just put up the most random video. You're like, oh, I'll just put it up just for fun, and then
Yeah.
it gets 1 million views or something. You think, what happened?
yeah. Million. I'm not too. The last million views I think was the one I did with you in that park.
Oh.
And,
I'm glad.
Yeah. No, it's true. It is amazing, this explosion of the provision of lessons and content in all languages that's available on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And your learners, are they aware of, like, do they spend a lot of time on YouTube looking for people like not just yourself but other people as well as part of their
I
learning
think so.
strategy? Yeah.
Exactly. And that's also one thing that I advocate is, you know, YouTube's got such a plethora of great teachers that if you only subscribe to one or you only watch one person's videos, you're missing out because,
Right.
you know, I'm just a kind of a one-man team, two-man team, I guess, where I can only put out one video a week or 2 videos, but If you've subscribed to all the other teachers in the niche, we're all friends. We all like to work together and collaborate from time
Right.
to time.
Yep.
That you can have like 20 videos a week or 30.
Exactly. And so someone who subscribes to you, what happens then? YouTube suggests sort of related videos on the side, or how do they get from you to these other
I think
English
so.
Yeah.
It's a big algorithm, which is still a mystery to me. But I do
Right.
believe that if you do watch videos in that niche, like the English learning niche, you do get suggested more and more videos about those topics that you're interested in.
Do you provide subtitles in Japanese or in English?
That's right. One thing that I've been known for throughout my YouTube journey is always put in the double subtitles. So I put like English on the top and then Japanese on the bottom. And the feedback on that's been pretty good.
Well, I'm sure they appreciate it. It's a lot of work to do that. Good on you for
It
doing
does. It takes a long time.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, I'm going to leave a link to your channel in the description box. And
Thank
a
you.
lot of my viewers are learning English at different levels. And I definitely recommend that they visit your channel and get connected with Rupa and with other people who are doing similar things on the internet. And Rupa, thank you very much. And now that the COVID hopefully is behind us, although not entirely, hopefully I'll get out to
Right.
Japan again and we can have another meeting in that
Oh.
park in Osaka.
Yeah, we'll go to the same park and the same Starbucks.
In fact, you know what? I will leave a link to that video here so
Oh,
that
yeah,
people
that
can
was
go
a-
to
that
that
was a
video
good one.
from this video. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Steve.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care.